welcome back to the dial and welcome back to another video. Stay on the watch. And today I want to just talk all things sport and watches. Now, when you think of sport and watches, likely you probably think motorsport and watches. We have Tag Heuer and Formula One now. We have Rolex and golf. But I'm sure now you're also probably thinking, what about tennis? Well, tennis is also very synonymous with watches. And today I'm here to talk about Wimbledon and basically the trophy ceremony watches that the winners actually wear. So I did some research and I found a bit of watches of all the past winners of Wimbledon, what they wear. So I'm gonna start from 2000 to at least 2024. All right, so let's start off with the men. So the men's singles champions, the ceremony that is specific for those watches. We'll start off with Roger Federer. So Roger Federer won the Wimbledon championship in 2003, 2007, and 2009. Now, he was wearing a Rolex Day-Date President with 36 millimeters, and he was frequently spotted at the trophy ceremony on his left wrist and his signature model during those 2000s. Now, the movement of the Rolex is an automatic in-house caliber 3255 with a power reserve of 70 hours. He was also wearing a Rolex Daytona, which was 40 millimeters, and he was occasionally seen also in those ceremonies, especially in 2009, wearing that Rolex chronograph. So Roger Federer would wear a lot of Rolexes. As you know, he's a Rolex ambassador as well. Let's move on to Rafael Nadal. So, Rafael Nadal won Wimbledon in 2008, 2010, 2013, and 2017. Now, Rafael Nadal is a synonymous wearer of the Richard Mille. So, when he won his Wimbledon championships, one of the Richard Milles he was wearing at the trophy ceremony is the Richard Mille RM027 Tourbillon. Rafa Nadal, slim. Now, the case diameter of the Richard Mille is 39 millimeters. The movement is a manual wind tourbillon. The power reserve, is 70 hours. Now, also what was seen wearing on his wrist is a Richard Mille RM2703, distinctive red, yellow, and a white crown, with a tube combo seen at the 27 win. Now, the case size of this Richard Mille is 49 millimeters, and the power reserve was 70 hours. It's pretty much a very, very long time. Now let's move on to Novak Djokovic. Now Novak Djokovic won the Wimbledon in 2011, 2012, 2018, 2019, 2021, and 2023. Now we all know Novak Djokovic is synonymous of wearing Seikos, as he's a Seiko ambassador. He wore the Seiko Astron GPS Solar, and that is approximately around 45 millimeters in case diameter, and you could see it in ceremonial photos of him wearing it in 2018 and 2019. And he also wore a GPS solar model with a classic platinum gray dial. Now, the power of this watch is actually solar powered, effectively indefinite with light. Now, the Seiko Prospect Automatic Diver was seen at the 2021 ceremony, and it was recognizable by its thick lume and indices and bezel crown guard. Now let's move on to the British man, the Andy Murray. He won Wimbledon in 2013 and 2016. Now Andy Murray wore a Rado Hyperchrome automatic chronograph, which is 45 millimeters. It was clearly seen in the 2016 trophy ceremony with dark ceramic case with a silver dial. Now the movement was a automatic ETA based kind of movement. Now the power reserve came in at a whopping 60 hours, and he was wearing the Rado Captain Cook Diver. Shout out to Daniel for covering Rado. Now this was occasionally seen in candid post-match media when he was speaking to the press, but not always at the ceremony. Let's move on to the women's singles champions of Wimbledon. Now the most iconic women's champion is of course none other than Serena Williams. Serena Williams won the Wimbledon championship in 2002, 2003, 2009, 2012, 2015, and 2016. Now we all know that Serena Williams is a Audemars Piguet Ambassador. So she wore the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak self-winding, which is approximately around 33 millimeters to 37 millimeters. And this is visible in multiple post-match photos, notably at the 2015 ceremony with a blue dial and an integrated bracelet. Now, the movement of the Audemars Piguet is an in-house automatic movement, and the power reserve is 60 hours. Now, let's move on to Maria Sharapova. She won Wimbledon in 2004. She was wearing the Tag Heuer Link Quartz 32 millimeters. Now, this is initially spotted during her early trophy ceremony days as Tag Heuer's ambassador, and she wore it with a slim bracelet polished in bezel work. Let's move on to Simona Halep. She won Wimbledon in 2019. She wore the Hublot Big Bang Yankho, which is in 41 millimeters. Now, she wore it at her Wimbledon presentation when she won, and it came with a rubber strap skeleton chronograph that is visible under her blazer. Now, the movement was an automatic Yankho, and the power reserve was a whopping 3 days, which is 72 hours. Now, let's move on to Angelique Kerber in 2018. She won Wimbledon in that year. Now, she wore the Rolex Oyster model, but it's still kind of very much up in the air, kind of unidentified. But she was seen at the 2018 ceremony with a silver oyster bracelet and a fluted bezel, which is likely an oyster perpetual or a Datejust. So that was around, the case diameter of that is around 36 millimeters. And that covers everyone that I've so far researched that won at Wimbledon. Now, of course, as of recording today, Wimbledon is going on, so there has not been announced a winner yet. But the main thing is, or actually the main idea of how I got this video was through a friend, and he's a very, very good fan of sports and especially tennis, and he said, why not make a video about all the past winners who've worn different kind of watches. Now, before I go, I need to shout out Luxury Time, our lovely sponsors. If you're looking to buy or sell a watch, or even to buy your first ever watch, go to www.luxurytime.co.za, let them know that the dial sent you, and they'll take care of you as they take care of us. Now, I'd love to make more videos about sports and the winners and what kind of watches that they wore. But today I just wanted to do Wimbledon because I guess it's the current thing that's going on, and I've always wanted to go. Hopefully one day we'll get to go and maybe record the entire experience as the dial. But that's all from me, and as always, stay on the watch.